Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December
more football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That second down play nets a -4.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The end result, 21 yards. Goff now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Goal. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
Here we go, Salah. 20. Here we go. DC. Mike, 58. Hey, Charlie.
From the 50, it's gone. And Thomas has it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Value 3.
Out of the gun, Goff. The catch made by Miller. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now Goff on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target. And it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. He completes this into the hands of Miller. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Rosas to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold looking long for Westbrook. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Johnson running right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Goff. It's complete. It's Miller. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Goff. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the kick by Rosas is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now on 2nd and 13, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. Fournette, first down, still going. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. On first down, gone. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Check 55 to Mike. And let's pin the mirror. Hey, echo.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kamale Correa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
5. Here we go.
Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Hey, team 6.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. It's caught. Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and very short, Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Hey, orbit.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Check safety. No. Off. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Lady, 52. All day, baby, all day. Check 4. Sit. Joker.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Caught by the tight end Ertz. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bears will get the football back.
I'm here all day. Shit. Hold on. Check. Super one.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Super 66.
Back to throw. Gone. And it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
We're going to start. Watch Mike. I'm coming. Hey,
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 1, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Danny Trevathan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the...
And he's going to go down again. Danny Trevathan. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Go. Check 24.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
180.
On 1st down, it's gone. Flushed out right. This is Miller, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
20. 4 down. Cut. Louis.
Goff on first down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Ric Flair. Protein spill.
On second down, it's Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Bears on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Goff. Flush to his right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold, he completes it to Jones. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Foxtrot.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Jones has it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Darnold. Got his man. It's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
You draw Corkins.
Darnold from the red zone now. And a little floater there is incomplete. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Darnold. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Darnold. And he connects with Ertz. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Kamale Correa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Now Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Seibert's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deion Kane, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run a play.
And if you do it as safe as...
That's caught inside the 20. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Bears, they finally taste victory for the first time after 7 straight defeats. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many mil. Cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow.